My kids have a complicated relationship with Santa. If you've been reading my tweets, they seem to go back and forth between thinking he's real and thinking he's not real. So I just want to go into a little bit how my family does or doesn't do Santa. Before I jump into that, please hit the subscribe button because honestly, I have no good reason. Just hit the subscribe button. It will make me happy. Make the world a slightly better place. All right, here are some of the tweets that I've sent out about my kids and Santa Claus recently. 6-year-old, Santa's not real. Me, that's right. 6, so I can be bad. Me, that's wrong. Another one here. 6-year-old, can we get our picture with Santa? Me, you don't believe in Santa. 6, he doesn't know that. And a final one here. 8-year-old, is Santa immortal? Me, of course. 8, how? Me, he stole the sorcerer's stone. 8, oh. So those are all variants. I'm not sure about the two with the 6-year-old, but the one with the 8-year-old, definitely real. We actually had that conversation on Saturday heading out. So my 8-year-old and 6-year-old have definitely been told that Santa is not real. My kids don't get any presents from us that are from Santa because, let's face it, I want the credit. If I'm going to go out and pick something out, or probably more accurately, my wife is going to go out and pick something out, I want us to get the credit. That's my money. If Santa wants credit, he can start chipping in. He knows my address. But short of that, yeah, I'm not going to do that. Plus, it's just, life gets complicated when you layer one lie on top of another lie on top of another lie. You get Elf on a Shelf. You got to lie to him about it moving every day. You got to lie to him about Santa watching him, which is kind of like a stand-in for the ever-watching police state. It's a lot of layers of deception. And I lie to my kids about enough things the way it is that just having a few less lies makes my life simpler. With that being said, a lot of their classmates believe in Santa, and every single TV show talks about Santa. So Santa comes up for them. And sometimes it's in the context of a character, like the Grinch, who they also sometimes may or may not think is real. And sometimes it seems like they really believe he's a real guy. I mean, like, the premise of almost every single Christmas movies is you have to believe for him to be real. So it's reasonable that a 6-year-old or an 8-year-old might waver in their Santa atheism from time to time. Now, my younger two, the 4-year-old and the 3-year-old, we have never told them anything about Santa. But at daycare and at preschool, they write down Santa lists for what they want. This year, my 4-year-old started out asking for a shovel, which is only slightly creepy. Then she moved on to asking for a lamppost and a parade. Like, I really hope those three things don't go together in some way I'm just not seeing yet, but I don't know. I'm not going to ask further questions. And my 3-year-old wants Santa to bring her a snake. So I, for one, am extremely grateful that Santa is not real. But they don't seem to know that. So will I have some big, bubble bursting moment where I go, hey guys, this is a reminder? Probably not. I'll probably just continue to not encourage their belief and not particularly discourage it either, and they can just do what they want. Grandma and Grandpa sometimes give them stuff that's from Santa. They also have somebody dress up as Santa every year, but we're super uncreative about it. So like somebody will literally just leave the room and walk back in a Santa suit and try to lie to their faces. And sometimes they believe that, and sometimes they don't. Actually, mostly they don't. But you know what? They don't care because they get presents. And I think that's really the bottom line. Kids will play along with literally any lie you tell them if they think it's to their advantage. My kids still pretend to believe in the tooth fairy, even though there's no logical way it could be true, because it gets them money. So they go on and on about the tooth fairy. Not because they think the tooth fairy is real, but because they don't want me to forget to give them quarters, which I forget about 90% of the time. So these are important things. We all participate in this myth making for our own selfish ends. Now I've done this whole video phlegmed up, so I hope you enjoy that. I hope the drop in video quality was worthwhile. As you can see, I pointed the video camera in a different direction today. I'm trying something new. Maybe this will be a complete failure. Most of my videos are. Just roll with it. All right, well, thank you very much for joining me on this detailed description of the network of lies I tell and sometimes don't tell my kids. Please hit that subscribe button because I have so many more tweets to explain away until there's no humor value in them whatsoever. Thanks for joining me.